They have a class action lawsuit basically saying they want equal pay. And we're trying to do a deep dive and find out exactly where the discrepancies are.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. Income inequalities between men and women has been a major issue in all sports. There are different arguments that are given from both sides, which others may or may not agree on. Here, we'll look at how US Soccer ties World Cup prize money to equal pay fight. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Number 4. The US Soccer Federation President.
Another shakeup at the top of U.S. Soccer. Any surprise that this announcement was made?
No, none whatsoever, Zubin.
After a negative reaction to the USSF's pleadings in the United States women's national team employment discrimination litigation, then President Carlos Cordero stepped down in March of 2020, and Parlo Cone was assumed as president. According to Cordero, women's soccer team players do not accomplish work of equal value, requiring similar work and dedication, according to the disclosures, because the general soccer playing potential required to play at the high-ranking national soccer team tier is meaningfully affected by the level of certain physical qualities, such as size and quickness. Cindy Parlo Cone, chief executive of the United States Soccer Federation, stated on weekend that she will seek re-election at the foundation's next yearly general conference in March. Cone stated that she feels like there's plenty more to still do. Cindy Parlo Cone has been on both lines of the gender pay debate in U.S. soccer, mostly as an athlete on the women's senior side, and then as the association's head. She is well versed in historical memory. She is well versed in the subjects. She's also aware of the challenges. She also aims to finish negotiating joint negotiating contracts for both men's and women's domestic leagues, as well as increased inclusiveness at all levels of the organization, from the junior level to the top. Number 3. The fight for equal pay.
And just your reaction to the ruling.
Surprised, of course. I mean, as a player that has fought for, in our day, it was equitable pay, now it's equal pay.
According to Cone, the biggest hurdle in this equal pay fight is the prize money of the tournament, which is organized by FIFA. The amount of money FIFA pays to all the participating teams is really high, but the payout is extremely unfair and uneven between the men's and women's teams. Some of the most famous football athletes in the world play in the women's football team, and the legal battle between the federation and the athletes has been going on for a while. Number 2. The World Cup bonus split.
Players on the U.S. women's national soccer team
filed a federal complaint against the U.S. Soccer Federation.
Players say their treatment doesn't match their achievements.
Cone and U.S. Soccer suggested a new round of contract talks in personal writings to the players' organization of the men's and women's professional sides, as well as a public written statement sent to the viewers and United States soccer representatives on Friday. In this, the federation and its men's and women's teams would pursue an agreed split of World Cup winnings. It was said that until this decision was finalized by FIFA, the solution will be hard to find as there are more than 2 parties involved. The anticipated negotiations occur at a delicate time for American soccer, as they might put the objectives of the men's club, which has publicly chastised the organization for failing to pay the women's squad, over those of the women's athletes. The men's team's union contract negotiation pact retired at the end of 2018, while the women's team's deal will continue until the end of this year. While distinct talks with both groups have officially started, the men's contract, which U.S. Soccer's executive chairman said was on track in June, now appears to be on standby. Cone stated on Friday that neither team would be able to reach a new deal unless the World Cup bonus issue was resolved. In her message to representatives, Cone also stated that U.S. Soccer would give the same offer to both national sides, which the alliance claims it has done in the past. On Friday, the president of the women's team's athletes organization termed that the claim was completely incorrect. According to Becca Rue, Director General of the United States Women's National Team Players Union, if the USSF was serious about pay equality, they wouldn't waste their time on ad campaigns that don't resolve the concerns. They want to negotiate in good confidence to get the women a decent offer, but they won't let them use the struggle for equality to draw a split between men and women. Number 1. The Men's Soccer Association's response.
They have a class action lawsuit basically saying they want equal pay. And we're trying to do a deep dive and find out exactly where the discrepancies are.
The Men's Soccer Association's chief executive, Mark Levenstein, did not right away answer back to a request for a statement, but Molly Levinson, a press officer for the women's athletes, said that, paraphrased, U.S. soccer has finally admitted that women have been earning less than men and that the recurring pay difference must be addressed by reaching an equal pay contract agreement and resolving the currently underway controversy. In March 2019, a group of players led by Alex Morgan filed a lawsuit against the USSF, alleging that they were not paid fairly under their collective bargaining agreement, which continues until December 2021, compared to what the men's team receives under its deal, which expired in December 2018. Under the Equal Pay Act and Title VII of Civil Rights Act of 1964, the women sought more than $64 million in damages, plus $3 million in interest. In May 2020, the U.S. District Judge R. Gary Klausner in Los Angeles dismissed the pay claim, ruling that the women rejected a pay-to-play structure similar to that in the men's agreement. Well, this brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit like if you did. Also, watch the 2 videos on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. We will see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.